Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be my first video where I'm actually starting to post some content on YouTube, and this video is going to be a review of the movie John Wick Chapter 4. So yeah, I am attempting a review of the movie John Wick Chapter 4. I am a total beginner at reviewing. I don't have any experience at all, and I have no idea how reviews are done. So please forgive me if this review is not a professional review. So yeah, I have actually watched all three John Wick movies before, and I loved all of those movies. So I was really excited for this movie Part 4, John Wick Part 4, and I just watched it. Uh, just watched it a couple of days back, and now I am doing a review of it. So hope you guys enjoy. So yeah, let me start by saying that this is going to be a spoiler review of the movie. So if any of you guys don't want to get spoiled on the movie, then please pause this video and leave right now. So let's continue. So in the very beginning scenes of this movie, I started liking this movie from the very beginning scenes. Immediately, the one where the character Marquis, played by Bill Skarsgård, an amazing actor, and he's done an excellent job in this movie. He really brought that depth and that feeling of that feeling of animosity towards the enemy, the main villain, if you can call it, of the movie. He played the negative character, the antagonist of the movie, really well. In the opening scenes itself, the one where he comes to the Neo Continental, and he destroys the Neo Continental, and he kills Sharon right in front of Winston. So that whole sequence of the movie, the opening sequence of the movie was just perfect. From there itself, it set the great tone for the rest of the movie. And then after that came a very long and awesome action sequence where the high table assassins or high table troops attack the Osaka Continental to find where John Wick is. That whole scene is amazing. The sumo wrestlers, Koji asking the sumo wrestlers to attack the invading troops, and then the troops of Koji, the Japanese samurai-like troops, if you will, where they fight the high table guys with bows and arrows, and then the scene with Kane fighting using the alarm bell things. The whole fight sequence was awesome. Like the 40-ish minutes, 45 minutes fight sequence in the Osaka Continental was amazing. The whole fight sequence in the end, the fight with the sequence where John Wick fights Kane, the blind assassin who was his friend once. That scene was quite nice, quite amazing fight scene. And then at the end of the Osaka scene, where Koji fights Kane, friend fights friend, both John Wick, Koji, and Kane were all three of them were friends in the past. So Kane first fought John Wick, but John escaped, and then in the end of the siege, Kane had to fight Koji. The fight scene was quite nice, and the scene where Koji is killed by Kane, but Kane leaves leaves Koji's daughter alive. That whole scene is amazing and quite emotional. So yeah, that was an amazing scene. Yeah, so John escapes and Koji sacrifices himself to save John. That was emotional and amazing scene. After that, when John returns to New York and Winston, because he had Sharon killed in front of him, right? So he wanted revenge against Marquez, the character played by Bill Skarsgård. So he advises John to challenge Marquez to a duel, and if he wins, he would be free from all obligations from the high table, right? So John like needs to be a part of a family of the high table in order to be to eligible to challenge. So when Winston advises him to go to his old family, the Ruskaroma, and says, "Yeah, go get back to Ruskarama and challenge the Marquis." And his desire for revenge will also be fulfilled if John Wick wins the duel, right? So that part, when so owing taking Winston's advice, John goes to Raskaroma, where he is almost killed, frankly, by his uh, old family. And then he John gets the opportunity to kill his father's killer, the character Killer, played by Scott Adkins. Amazing character. He was on screen for a very short amount of time, but he owned that character. Amazing character played by an amazing actor. So Killer, that character was amazing. The scene on the table where Kane, played by Donnie Yen, Scott Atkins, and Mr. Nobody, and John Wick, all four of them on the table and playing cards. That scene was amazing. Pretty well executed scene. Five of a kind reveal in the end by Scott Atkins was amazing. Yeah, and after that, while Mr. Nobody and Kane fight off Killa's henchmen, John Wick and Killa fight each other. That was a fun and funny and amazing one of the best fight scenes of the movie, in my opinion. So that was quite an amazing scene in the end when Killa dies and John takes his tooth as proof of kill to get back into the Roskarama family. That scene was quite fun. And then later, the tense scene when John goes to challenge Marcus for a duel, and it is decided that they will duel each other using dueling pistols at the church, and then Bill Skarsgård nominates Kane to fight in place of him. That was a pretty tense scene and well executed. And then uh, after that, when Marquis raises John Wick's bounty to $40 million to get every assassin in the area fight against John Wick, so that John cannot get to the church on time for the duel. Because if John doesn't get on time for the duel, he will be executed by the table, right? He loses last chance to get free from the obligations of the high table. So Marquis places his bet on that and raises John's bounty, and yeah, that scene, a throwback scene where John Wick saves Mr. Nobody's dog from being killed. That is a nice throwback to the first movie where John had his dog killed. So nice throwback scene. And then, so yeah, that was a pretty nice throwback scene where John saves the dog of Mr. Nobody, and Mr. Nobody later saves his life because of that, right? And then the scene where John keeps getting thrown down the stairs leading to the church by the henchmen of Marquis. Then Kane comes and helps him out. That scene was also pretty nice, showing some actual friendship between the two. So yeah, that is a very nice scene. And after that, the final tense duel between Kane and John Wick, where both fire at each other. In the third round, where John cleverly doesn't shoot his bullet, and Marcus in his arrogance frees Donnie Kane of his obligations to the table, thinking John Wick is defeated. And when he is about to fire and kill John Wick, Winston reveals John hasn't fired his bullet yet, and he shoots Marquis and kills him. That was one of the very short, but one of the best scenes of the entire movie, honestly. So that was pretty amazing as well, right? And then the shocking ending of the movie where John Wick actually finally dies. I absolutely loved the ending where John Wick actually dies, remembering Helen, his deceased wife. Absolutely loved that that John actually dies in this movie, because frankly there was no way for him to find peace, right? how many more people is was he going to kill before he finds peace, or before he is free of anything? So only death could free him from all of this. John Wick's death was foreshadowed throughout the movie, since the beginning of the movie, and finally it was paid off in the last scene where John Wick dies. Loved the ending. So yeah, overall, I would definitely 100% recommend this movie. Go watch it, guys. Amazing movie, amazing action, amazing characters, and you guys are going to love it. And yeah, do not forget to watch the post credit scene. There is a post credit scene in John Wick 4. For the first time in the franchise, there is a post credit scene in a John Wick movie. So yeah, do not forget to watch that. And yeah, guys, love the movie. Definitely recommend.